Ladies and gents, we're back. As I predicted, we are back. And before I knock the mic off, we're all set for the main card of UFC Fight Night Denver. I am so sloshed, you have no clue. But still, just like a professional, I am back to do this one more time. Let me set up the stream before the first fight begins, which is between Bruce Leroy, Alex Caceres, and Jason Knight, who's running off back-to-back victories in the featherweight division. Let me also change the thumbnail. The tail of the tape, Jason Knight is just 24, but Bruce Leroy will have the reach advantage. UFC Denver in the house. Here we go. All set. Do not know how many people are watching. Okay, all set. Jason Knight, Alex Caceres, Bruce Leroy, who lost to Yair Rodriguez in a close fight. 12 victories and 9 losses for Alex Caceres. I have my crystal ball in front of me, which reacts to my will. So according to my prediction, Bruce Leroy Caceres should be able to pull this off against the up-and-coming Jason Knight. So that is my prediction. All of the top UFC Octagon girls are in the house. We are all set. Are you ready? I am ready. Here we go. Thank you all for joining the stream. Whoever has joined the stream. Bruce Leroy takes the center. A lot of feints as usual. Good outside leg kick answered with an inside leg kick by Bruce Leroy. They say let's go, and they hit the hands with a high five. Again, outside leg kick by Jason Knight. Good kick to the body. Jason Knight wants that takedown so badly, but Alex Caceres is prepared. Beautiful takedown defense by Alex Caceres. Has been a great night of fights, ladies and gents. Much better than predicted. Good jab by Alex. Always having the movement. Oh, good 1-2 with a left straight. Jason Knight is in a little bit of trouble if he's standing in front of Bruce Leroy. Jason Knight, though, is game enough to stand and bang. Good outside leg kick caught and answered by Jason. Jason is moving forward as Alex Caceres is moving on the outside. Does not connect with the outside leg kick, though. Oh my goodness, lots of spinning shit, but a good right hand on the break by Jason Knight. Good kick outside lands for Jason. Alex is a little bit too much on the outside. He has to get in, get some punches. Jason Knight is not prone to tiring. Bruce Leroy also has good cardio, good kick, caught again by Jason Knight. He seems to be catching most of the kicks thrown by Alex Caceres. Thank you all for joining the stream again. I will be letting you know where to watch these fights very shortly. After the round ends, I will be posting the channels and links online. Good left by Alex Caceres' corner, always shouting out instructions. Oh, good left straight again by Alex Caceres. That left is landing all day. Oh, Jason Knight is winging it, but Alex moves out of the way. Man, this card is so good. Let me tell you how good this card is, because the next fight is between the Pitbull and the Predator. Andrei Arlovski versus Francis Ngannou. That is a fight I'm looking forward to determine the future of the heavyweight division. But till then, we got some featherweight action. Still on the outside, Alex Caceres. But Jason Knight is not letting go of the pressure. Alex is doing the Bruce Lee shit. Beautiful feinting and head movement by Alex Caceres. The crowd appreciates it. Oh, the left straight connects for Alex. Oh, 1-2. Jason Knight answers back. Good stuff. It's been always good stuff in the featherweight division. After Conor McGregor left, beautiful head movement again, but Jason Knight might connect with one of these punches. Hopefully he does not gas himself out. Oblique kicks exchanged by both men. I do not know, but for some reason Alex Caceres is smiling a lot. Good leg hook. Good over-under. And Alex breaks away, almost trips and falls on his head, but recovers. Again taking the center. Southpaw stance for Alex. That left straight is connecting. Good one to the body by Alex. Once again, thank you all. Thank you all for joining the stream. Andrew Hinsey back once again, but looks like Bruce Leroy trips and falls, but is back up. Hold on, guys. 55 seconds if you want to sync it up and you're watching it again in any channel. I am watching this on Sony ESPN, my preferred channel for watching all mixed martial arts in my country. It comes for approximately $1 per month. 30 days, just $1, guys. That is how cheap I watch these fights on. Oh, one more right hand connects for Jason Knight, but they touch close. Looks like Jason Knight's right hand is hurting Alex Caceres. He cannot drop his chin. So low that he gets connected. Jason Knight's feeling it. 20 seconds. Clinches up. Takes the back. And beautiful slam takedown. That should see. Oh, takes the back immediately. Alex has to be careful. Has to be. Oh, no. Oh, my goodness. Standing rear naked. Lot of pressure. Lot of pressure. The round is coming to an end. And good defense by Alex Caceres to finish the round. Good round to begin the main card. The crowd is ecstatic. Alex is not. He looks a little flustered. I would give that round clearly to Jason Knight. Thank you all for watching again. Here are the links as I promised. You can watch these on the following websites. Either on XBMC Cody or Cable. These are the first set of links. And the second set of links, which are generally reliable. If you are on the internet, if you do not watch this on cable, is this channel, stream2watch.cc. That is the channel for watching this. Try these links, my listeners, and you will not be disappointed with my performance. I trust you. Especially the channels which I mentioned in the first link on the comment section. TSN definitely plays these fights. Sony ESPN definitely plays these fights. Combate always. So if you have a television set with cable, please search for these channels. If you don't have a TV, do go to XBMC or Kodi software on your laptop and search for these channels. That is where these fights are happening. Jason Knight has won the first round in my opinion, and the round 2 begins. Good teep kick by Alex Caceres. And if there are listeners who are still listening, you can definitely watch these fights with me as they happen. That is what we are accustomed to do on this channel with my crystal ball. Good inside leg kick by Alex Caceres. Good kick to the body. Caught again by Jason Knight. Bruce Leroy seems to be a bit recovered from. Oh, good left by Alex. But Jason Knight seems to have the power advantage. The movement, though, I have to give the movement advantage to Alex Caceres. Thank you all for all the listeners joining in once again. This channel, if this is your first time, is MMA Live. As the channel says, we break down fights live. Just look at my description and you would understand. No friends, no alcohol, no smoking, just technical fight analysis. That's what we do here. If you like that, do subscribe. Again, left straight connecting for Alex, but does not affect Jason Knight's forward pressure. Alex has to get some things going in the stand-up because it's pretty even in the second round. And because, good trip by Jason, beautifully done. Once guard. No. That is not how you recover from guard. Caceres immediately gives up the back and the body triangle is in place. Oh no, this is not good for Bruce Leroy. Jason Knight's back-taking abilities look legendary. Ground and pound, not looking good. Jason Knight feeling it with his back tattoo and all, which has no clarity on what it is. Looks like a bunch of feathers. He wants the rear naked choke. Everybody knows that. But till now, good defense by Bruce Leroy. Reasonably good defense. He has to hold the wrists. He has to take care of the wrists of Jason Knight. Do not give him the underhook below his chin. But Jason Knight is smart. Hitting him with some punches. Oh yes, he's trying for that with his power hand. Wants to sink it below the neck, just like he would wrap it. Not like an Ezekiel choke, which Alexei Olenek did, which is a little tricky one. It's more with the judo gi which you do that, but a modified version of that is from the back. You can do a neck crank from this position, but Jason Knight does not want to go for it. Similar to what Tito Ortiz is, yes. Looks like the hand is below the chin a little bit. Yeah, this is the modified neck crank I was talking about. I mean, sort of a rear naked choke. But Bruce Leroy is a gamer. And he recovers, ladies and gents. Good recovery by Alex Caceres. The crowd is enjoying this action. Hopefully you are too. Do try out the channel names I have given on the description, guys. Do not hesitate. Do not hesitate. Just go ahead and bang those channels. Streamtowatch.cc 95% of the time does show all the fights online. These are all legal ways of watching these fights. Cowboy is also on the card as the co-main event, and the Bullet versus Venezuelan Vixen is there for the main event of the evening. So do not go anywhere. You see me? You see my crystal ball? You don't go anywhere once you're on this channel. You keep it logged in. But ground and pound action. This time looks like it's under the chin. Flattening him out. No, he loses position. But hey, he's still going for the crank. This could be, yes, this is what I was talking about. Yes, this is what I was talking about. As I told you, the modified neck crank does the job for Jason Knight, and he punches the cage and he almost breaks it. And Bruce Leroy suffers the neck crank defeat by Jason Knight. No screaming, as I promised. No shouting like Tarzan beating on top of my chest because the Predator is there. He will come and he will bang on Andrei Arlovski's face next round. He's there for that. I am not here to do that. But beautiful work on the ground by Jason Knight nonetheless. Beautifully done. I am impressed by his performance, as George Shakespeare would say. This fight is happening in Denver, Colorado. Denver, Colorado is very famous or infamous in the UFC for its altitude issues. Let me give you a quick update of what happened in the prelims of UFC Denver. Such a good night of fights. Let me tell you that. Jason Gonzalez, the winner by submission. No surprises there. Always known for his submission game is Jason Gonzalez. Then we had Alexandre Pantoja defeating Eric Shelton by decision. Then Jorge de Lima, as expected in round 1, comes up with the KO against Jeremy Kimball. Remember, Rogerio de Lima did lose 20% of his fight purse to Jeremy Kimball because he was 3.5 pounds above the prescribed 205-pound limit weight. So that is not good, but he still got the victory. Then we had Eric Spicely against Alessio de Chirico, or Chirico as it is called. And he is the winner by submission in round 1, as you can already see. Beautiful night of fights with beautiful, beautiful finishes in the beginning. Then we came into some decisions, and as I had expected, not a lot of people predicted this, but in my UFC fantasy prediction, I had Henrique de Silva in the beginning, but then I changed it up to Jordan Johnson. Have a look out for this guy, ladies and gentlemen. Jordan Johnson is the next generation. He is a superior wrestler. Next level, you can almost expect. And he is undefeated. His 7th victory in mixed martial art competition was against Henrique de Silva. That is what happened in his UFC debut. Ladies and gents, look out for this guy and thank me later. Then we had Nash versus Li Jiangling. And Li Jiangling pulling out the knockout victory against Bobby Nash. He was in trouble though. Early on, with the pressure put on by Bobby Nash, he was in trouble. But he survived, and in round 2 came up with the KO victory. Then my favorite fight of the prelims, Rafael Assuncao versus Aljamain Sterling. According to me, it was a pretty close fight, but then the judges saw it in favor of Rafael Assuncao, and he got the decision victory. And then we moved on to Sam Alvey versus Nate Marquardt. Again, one of my surprise predictions did get the victory. Smiling Sam Alvey got the better significant strikes overall, but it was again another close fight. So the decision started going in. And then we had the fight card opener, Alex Caceres versus Jason Knight. Jason Knight is doing the post-fight interview with John Anik, as always, doing the work for UFC. But this time, it's Brian Stan. Once again, I thank you for joining the stream. Do let me know who you got in the next fight, because the next one is a crazy one. Just look at the screen and you will realize how crazy this shit is, because Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski, one of the hardest punchers in UFC history, goes up against Francis the Predator Ngannou. Both of these gentlemen are around 6'4", around 245 pounds, and they will destroy people with their power. I feel not a lot of people predicted this, but I feel Predator is the future. I told it when I broke down his first fight long time ago. Christian McCaffrey, former Stanford Cardinal running back, is in the house. But Francis Ngannou, guys, just look out for this guy. Again, one more guy which I'm telling you to look out for. A lot of people do know who Francis Ngannou is. He's working on his English. He had a haircut, but before all of that, he was this predator-like looking dude who used to destroy people. And in his last fight, he just threw his opponent down and cranked on his arm so hard that it was painful to watch. And he got the Kimura submission in his last fight. He is undefeated in the UFC. 4 wins and no losses for Francis Ngannou, ladies and gentlemen. So don't forget to make a note of this gentleman as a future UFC championship material. Then we have Cowboy Don Cerrone, who is fighting in his hometown of Denver, Colorado. And whenever Cowboy fights, most of the time he wins. A beautiful new trailer is launching for UFC 208, Jermaine Durandame versus Holly Holm, which is happening on February 11th. Do not forget to join me, as usual, for that fight also. Hopefully the audio is coming crystal clear. No issues there. And once you are here, do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Jermaine Durandame, World Muay Thai Champion, has got hands of stone just like John Lineker. But Holly Holm is no slouch in striking. Can Holly Holm pull this together? Or will she be a one-trick pony just like Buster Douglas was against Mike Tyson. A lucky knockout. Is that all Holly Holm has got? Or has she got some potential left in her? We have to see what happens. Once again, do see the comment section for where to watch the fights. I have put it up again, but do watch them on streamtowatch.cc. Hopefully the channels are working for you, because I am currently watching this on Sony ESPN. A quick reminder for UFC 208, Holly Holm versus Jermaine Durandame is the highlight fight. But the Spider, Anderson Silva, is back. As he says, I back. Trust me, I back. He goes up against Derek Brunson in the co-main event. That is UFC 208. And my prediction for that would be only revealed on that day. So till then, keep it logged in. The main event is also very interesting for the women's bantamweight division. Juliana Pena versus the Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. Francis Ngannou is still practicing his submission game while we break. So that should be really, really interesting. Don't underestimate the power of Andrei Arlovski. He can crack, as he showed in the Travis Brown fight. He can definitely crack. But overall, I see this as a trend. The younger generation of fighters are taking over. Just like Yair Rodriguez destroyed BJ Penn. BJ Penn is no joke. BJ Penn is a legend. He's a Hall of Famer. But the way Yair Rodriguez destroyed him showed us all that time waits for no one. So I expect the same in the next one. Andrei Arlovski has been there for a long time, 37 years old. Can he pull off an upset? Yes, I agree. Most people on the betting lines are still favoring Andrei Arlovski, I feel. But Francis Ngannou, if you have been seeing his fights, he is the real deal, guys. He is the real deal. Look at this guy on the right side. The Predator is his nickname. He will destroy people. He does not care. Very less body fat. Look at the mass he has built in. Very mobile, very fast. Good hands, good boxing. Training from a very young age in the country of France. So that should be really interesting to watch the next one. Thank you all once again for joining into the stream. Just looking into some of my updates. We have had 170 subscribers already, and I think this is my 33rd video on this channel. So we do this every fucking week. We never miss an event unless it is Christmas, just like UFC 207. So around Christmas time every year I generally travel. So apart from that, we generally cover every event possible. That's what we do. So no issues there. Let me know who you got in the comments, guys. Come on, let the comments section blow up on this. Let us see who you got for the next heavyweight bout. Is it Arlovski? Do you feel he can still pull it off? Or is it the new gen? Is it Francis, the Predator Ngannou? But America's Navy, beyond the octagon, previously enrolled at Police Academy at Belarus. Silver medalist in Sambo World Cup, participated in PSA against dogfighting. He owns pit bulls, and he grew up playing soccer until age 14. Stopped to concentrate on personal fitness. These are the facts about Andrei Arlovski. Get to know your UFC fighters, ladies and gents. This looks like a new segment which UFC is doing, Beyond the Octagon. I would say I will have to go with Francis. Samba Kid is in the house. Thank you for joining in, Samba Kid. As always, appreciate the support. Arlovski's right hand is deadly. Oh my goodness. The way he knocked out some of the people back in the day, especially the Travis Brown fight. Man, Travis Brown just took it. The way he destroyed his opponent in the last fight was just beautiful. Francis Ngannou. Oh my goodness, they're showing that. Anthony Hamilton. He has to connect with just one punch. And it's over, ladies and gents. First round knockout is his prediction. Man, the ground and pound from the Predator is as dangerous as fuck as always. And his right and left hand just drops people. So does Andrei Arlovski though. But I feel the new gen has to step up. Comparatively, he is very young, Francis Ngannou. He's only 30. But he's never been put under pressure though. You have to give that. So can he survive some pressure from Andrei, be calm enough, and pull the trigger when it's required? That is the matchup, man. Hopefully he's not tired before he enters the octagon. 9 victories and 1 loss. He's already breathing heavy. He is from Cameroon. Beatty, Cameroon. I thought he was from France. When I saw the countdown show, they showed that he does fight out of France. But he is born in the Cameroon though. Very interesting. Good stuff. Good stuff again. Do see the comments if you want to watch these fights live with me on television or XBMC or on the internet on any of the streaming websites legally. In case you want to subscribe, do hit that button. But Francis Ngannou is number 10 in the heavyweight division, has a 8-fight win streak, tied longest active UFC finish rate with 4, and finished all 9 victories by either submission or knockout. 5 knockouts and 4 submissions for Francis the Predator Ngannou. He looks so huge. At least 265 right now. But his official weighing weight is not that high. He's around 246 to 250. Around that range. His hairstyle is very freaky. Blonde colored hair. After the new hairstyle, he looks much more presentable. And the crowd is showing a lot of support for Ngannou. Arlovski enters the ring from Minsk, Belarus. The crowd always goes nuts for the Pitbull. And his nickname is not just the Pitbull. He also owns and pets a Pitbull dog. He is an avid dog lover. So you can follow him if you love dogs. But he is also really, really tall. 6'4". Not as tall as Travis Brown, but really well. But he looks in good shape for this fight. Let me tell you that. He does look a little bulked up for this one. Coach Michael Winklejohn and Greg Jackson. As always, game for any opponent. Former UFC heavyweight champion Andrei Arlovski is ranked number 7. Second most wins in UFC heavyweight history, 14, and tied second most finish in UFC heavyweight history. So that is the background of Arlovski's in-ring exploits. Always a great, entertaining fighter. Either gets finished or finishes his opponent. He is on a skid though. Stipe Miocic defeated him. Alistair Overeem also defeated him. So he is on a 2-fight losing streak. Let us look at the tail of the tape. This should be really interesting to see how they match up. And also remember, this is the altitude at Albuquerque, New Mexico. Arlovski 6'3", Ngannou is 6'4". Ngannou is 256.5 pounds for this fight and has a 6-inch reach advantage. Arlovski has 77 inches, but Ngannou has 83 inches reach, just 1 inch short of the great John Jones. I feel altitude can create problems here. I am looking at Francis Ngannou. He does look a little tired. His mouth is already open. Altitude might be an issue here, ladies and gentlemen, as I watch these fights. Good entrance and good pop for Francis. Arlovski fights out of Albuquerque, so he is used to altitude. But Francis Ngannou, I don't think so. He's used to altitude here. I am really surprised by the way he's breathing. Andrei Arlovski is the underdog, guys. Plus 285 underdog. Andrei Arlovski. I would have to change my opinion here. If it goes into the later rounds, Andrei Arlovski looks much fresher, guys. I do not know how this is going to pan out. Crystal ball. Which corner? It's flickering. It does not tell me anything. I'm still probably going to stick with Ngannou for this, but I don't know, guys. Looking at the conditioning. Wow, these are two big men. Good movement early for Andrei. Ngannou has to be careful of the right hand. Very patient is Francis Ngannou. 1-2 grazes Arlovski's neck when he goes for the leg kick. Ngannou's game enough though. Arlovski wants to play the distance game. He has to be careful of the right hand. The predator right hand. A good oblique kick by Arlovski. Ngannou can close the distance easily. No problems here. He can go in. But he is staying patient though on the outside. Very good hands for both men. If they connect in this division, they're going to go 9-9. That's what's going to happen. But uncharacteristically patient. If this goes late, I don't see Ngannou getting the victory, guys. Even though Arlovski's chin... Oh, Arlovski caught him with a good punch. Arlovski caught him with a good punch. Ngannou has to let go. Whatever feints Arlovski is throwing is not really gonna... Oh, the uppercut connects, and it is all over, ladies and gents. The Predator will destroy, seek you, and finish you. That punch put him out. Ngannou says, no boy, you're not doing anything. It is over. My goodness, the Predator's punches. Told you guys, this is the real deal. He's the future. Andrei Arlovski is still dazed. The bombs he threw. Nice show of respect by both men. The left hook, and from below, the uppercut lands on Arlovski's chin, and he finishes Andrei Arlovski early in round 1. What a beautiful finish. Let us see it one more time. Andrei comes for the overhand. He ducks under with the left hook and boom. And he is stiff. But he immediately drops down. Andrei is in a lot of trouble. Left hook grazes and boom. And the punches to the side of the head. Andrei Arlovski does not want any of that. Maybe one or two punches to the back of the head also. Side of the head. Most of these punches. One of them was on the back. Arlovski does not want any of that action. Wow. The Predator, though. Getting the job done as promised early in round 1, ladies and gentlemen. Beautiful finish by the Predator. Just 2 more fights. Just 2 more fights, ladies and gentlemen. Cowboy is up next. Don Cowboy Cerrone fighting in his hometown, Denver, Colorado. Always a good place to fight is your hometown. But he is going up against a game opponent who is also known as gamebred, Jorge Masvidal, who's famous for his underground fights alongside Kimbo Slice. So should be a really interesting one for Cowboy. He has bought 58 tickets for his friends and family in Denver, Colorado to come and watch the fights. And then we have the main event, Shevchenko versus Pena, which is very close. Too close to predict, but I am going with Valentina, the Bullet Shevchenko. I feel she has the takedown defense to counter Pena's approaches. And definitely, she has the better hands compared to Juliana Pena. But it should be a really, really interesting and close fight to watch in the main event. But what a bunch of finishes in the main card. As I predicted, this card has shaped out to be one of the better ones in recent memory. Both of these women, though, vying for that title shot against Amanda Nunes, who has been destroying people. Shevchenko has already got defeated by Amanda Nunes in a close fight. So she wants a rematch. Pena has never had a crack at the title. The original Ultimate Fighter winner. She also wants a chance. Francis Ngannou has also been working on his English. He wants to make himself a marketable fighter. He's getting good advice, though, I have to say that. Longest active UFC finish streak right now. 5 finishes for Francis Ngannou, 5 victories, and no losses in UFC. Let us hear him, guys. Give me a second. Beautiful finishing, not even his best punch, as Brian Stan correctly puts it. Francis Ngannou hit him when he was going back, so that is a lot of power, ladies and gentlemen. The fights have already started. Shawana Hades, in case you want to watch the fights. These are the channels where you can watch them. If you are on TV or if you are on any other network, you can watch the fights on these channels, which I've just put it up. Rashad Evans is in the house, and Joanna Jędrzejczyk also in the house. Amanda Nunes also in the house. A lot of UFC champs. Twitter poll says Valentina Shevchenko should win this fight, but looks like a close one between these people. Valentina Shevchenko and Juliana Pena. That is the main event, guys. But right now, we are set for the co-main event of the evening, Cowboy versus Jorge Masvidal. Altitude did not seem to be a problem for the heavyweights. Let's see whether it will be a problem for the welterweights. But before that, the next fight night is between Dennis Bermudez versus Korean Zombie. Yes, Chan Sung-jung has returned to the octagon after serving for his country's army. Beautiful jiu-jitsu as always for the Korean Zombie. Always willing to learn. Always willing to learn is Korean Zombie. But Dennis Bermudez has got good hands and good wrestling. Always good on the ground. He just goes in and out of range so beautifully. I like it very much. And in case you want to watch these fights online, you can also watch them on this link, streamtowatch.cc. You can watch them on these. So Shawana Heights. You can refer to these channels on television or cable or XBMC or Kodi in order to watch them. But on February 4th, we have Fox Sports 1 UFC Fight Night, Bermudez versus Korean Zombie. We also have Alexa Grasso versus Felice Herrig, Abel Trujillo versus James Wick, OSP in action. Cowboy getting warmed up for his fights. 32 victories and just 7 losses. Always wants to go for the kicks. Great Muay Thai. Great hands for Jorge Masvidal. 31 victories and 11 losses. 42 fights for Jorge. 39 fights for Cowboy. So Jorge is more experienced in mixed martial arts than Cowboy, which is very interesting. Very few people actually have more fights than Cowboy Cerrone. But if Cowboy goes for a victory, he will get the 20th victory in UFC competition, equaling Michael Bisping, I think, who has the record for the highest number of wins in the octagon ever in the UFC history. So 2 fights in. Let me give you a quick update on what happened earlier in the day before the next fight starts. The first fight opened up with a submission by Jason Gonzalez in round 1 itself. Beautiful finish there. Then we had a decision between Alejandro Pensoza versus Eric Shelton. Then Rogerio de Lima knocked out Jeremy Kimball, ground and pound, and getting the victory early in round 1. But he will lose weight. Sorry, not lose weight. He needs to lose weight in his next fight because he came in 3.5 pounds overweight for this one. Then we had Ultimate Fighter prospect Eric Spicely winning his fight against Alessio Di Chirico. Again, a beautiful submission early in round 1. Then the surprise of the evening for many people who had not seen this guy, Jordan Johnson, coming up with a victory, unanimous decision against Henrique de Silva. Jordan Johnson was making his UFC debut, but he came out with a beautiful takedown-oriented game and smothered Henrique de Silva throughout 3 long rounds. Then we had Bobby Nash going up against Li Jiangling. Li Jiangling was in trouble early in round 1 with the takedown and pressure of Bobby Nash, but he came out looking good in round 2 and closed the show with a beautiful KO, TKO victory. Then we had a very important fight for the bantamweight division's history and future. To set the records correct, Aljamain Sterling, the Funk Master, went up against Rafael Assuncao, and Assuncao pulled out a close and hard-fought decision victory. Some people felt Aljamain Sterling did enough. Some people felt that Rafael Assuncao did enough. But very, very close fight though. Then we had the featured main fight in the UFC prelims, Smiling Sam Alvey going up against Nate the Great, marquardt. Nate the Great had his moments, had a takedown in the fight, but then Smiling Sam Alvey's overall significant strikes got him the better of the exchanges and got him the close decision victory. Then we opened the main card with a couple of beautiful finishes. Alex Bruce Leroy Caceres was moving a lot, had good success earlier in round 1, but then Jason Knight found a home for his right hand and wanted to sink in the choke. As always, wants to finish the fight on the ground, does Jason Knight. He went ahead and did the same, almost finished him in the first round, but ended up finishing him in the second with a beautiful neck crank, modified neck crank choke to win the fight. Then we had the heavyweights going up, Andrei Arlovski versus Francis Ngannou. Francis Ngannou just needed 8 strikes. The 8 of them were basically 6 ground and pound strikes, but majorly his punch, the uppercut when he threw going back, that is what sealed the deal for Francis Ngannou. But the next one is the co-main, where Cowboy Cerrone is fighting in his hometown after a long, long time, as the Cowboy would say. But he's going up against top 24 finale and winner Jorge Masvidal, who finished his fight via beautiful ground and pound to win the top 24 finale. So that is the co-main, guys. Let me know in the comments who you got. Let it go. I feel Cowboy should win this, but don't be surprised if Gamebred pulls off a hard-fought decision, because Cowboy is always known to start a little slow. But the combinations he's been hitting these days, man, they're just dropping dudes. The way he finished the immortal Matt Brown, man. Always a pleasure to watch Cowboy, especially in the welterweight division. 4 victories and no losses for Cowboy. He feels much more comfortable here. So does Jorge Masvidal. Feels comfortable in this division. He is very good on the ground. So is Cowboy. Cowboy has pretty much stopped sparring. That's what I hear from his camp, and his camp is one of the best in the business. Jackson Winklejohn Academy, who had a defeat early in the evening against Andrei Arlovski, but Cowboy is one of their top guys. Jorge Masvidal looks to be doing okay in the altitude. He came 1 month prior to his fight to get acclimatized to the particularly high altitude. Jorge Masvidal entering the octagon first. He looks pumped up though. Samba Kid says Cowboy. My prediction also is with Cowboy. Cowboy with a finish probably. Again, thank you all for joining the stream one more time. Just to remind you, Jorge Masvidal has back-to-back victories in the welterweight division, 12 victories by knockout, and has outlanded his last two opponents by almost 80 strikes. So a lot of output for Jorge Masvidal, known for his conditioning also and his wrestling. You have a female referee doing the creams and the other work for the fighters. Looks interesting though. I give you the nod of approval, female referee. Thumbs up. But Jorge Masvidal is pumped as fuck for this fight. So am I, because the fighter who's about to enter is the reason why I'm so pumped. One of the greatest, if not the greatest, finishers in the lighter weight classes, lightweight and welterweight, is Donald Cowboy Cerrone, and the place just went nuts. This is his hometown, ladies and gentlemen. He fights out of Denver, Colorado, and he was born in Denver, Colorado. He has his own ranch, which he has set up here. He loves his grandma and always game. But the only problem is his body health. He's a little weak there to the liver shot. But he is riding a 4-fight win streak and most post-fight bonuses in UFC WEC history. Are you fucking kidding me? 18 post-fight bonuses for the Cowboy. Second most victories in UFC history, 19. If he wins today, he will tie. He will tie Michael Bisping. Cowboy is a little bit more serious than usual though. Very interesting to observe. But he's very, very tall for the lightweight division, and definitely very tall even in the welterweight division. His coaches, Greg Jackson, Mike Winklejohn, always there supporting him. But Jorge Masvidal also has a good coaching staff. His punches and fluidity, that is what is very, very underestimated for Jorge Masvidal. He can pull off the upset, guys. I'm not saying he can't. But looking at the range and the combinations with Cowboy throws, could be a tough fight for Jorge. Let's look at the tail of the tape and see how the stats match up. Cowboy's 32, Jorge's 30. Cowboy's 33, Jorge's 32. Cowboy has a 2-inch height advantage, but Masvidal has a 1-inch reach advantage. Masvidal's 5'11", Cowboy's 6'1". Cowboy has a 73-inch reach, ranked number 5 in the welterweight division already, with 4 back-to-back victories. Bruce Buffer is back, and the crowd is going bonkers. Is everybody going to be going for Cowboy or not? That is what I need to know in the comment section. Is everybody going for Cowboy? Jorge Masvidal says, take this and take this too. I don't know what that means, but it's sort of like he wants to get pumped up. But he's the underdog, plus 135. Just hear this crowd, guys. This crowd is going absolute bonkers. That could be added pressure. The beautiful Brittany Palmer doing the ring work. As always, Cowboy gets a good round of applause wherever he goes. 11 losses for Jorge Masvidal though. He's always been in trouble with guys who have very good jiu-jitsu. But he fights out of Miami, Florida. So he does not fear no one. Let us see what the crystal ball says. It is flickering between red and blue, but mostly red at the end. So I would have to say Cowboy got this one. Yes. Unless he gets hit to the liver or goes down early in the first round, where he gets surprised by Jorge Masvidal's wrestling or something. Apart from that, I see this fight playing out according to Cowboy's expectations. Here we go, people. Herb Dean is in the octagon as the referee. Will they touch gloves? I do not know, but I want to touch something with the beautiful Brittany Palmer. Cowboy by third round KO. Are you showing the fights or not? Chance Brown, I apologize. In case you want to see the fights, you can watch them here on TV, and you can watch them here online on the internet. If you have cable or XBMC or Cody, you can watch them on the links I gave you. A beautiful body kick by Cowboy. Jorge Masvidal said that Cowboy has been dropped by body shots, so Cowboy might go for that finish. Good jab exchange by both men. Both men are a little tentative. Good kick to the body by Jorge. Cowboy's a little tentative compared to normal. Oh, good kick to the body by Cowboy. Good jab by Jorge Masvidal. Good teep kick. Good inside leg kick by Cowboy. Light one. Good jabs again by Jorge. Head movement should be the key for Cowboy though. Oh, good outside leg kick. Good one. That one landed. Cowboy, always a rangy fighter. Jorge wants to get in your face with some fluidity and knock you out. Oh, both fighters exchange. They're like, let's go, son. Counter left landing for Cowboy. Jorge has that step in knee, which he wants to feint and go for that right hand. His right hand is strong early in the fight. Oh, right hand connects for Jorge. Cowboy has to get some head movement going. Good inside leg kick. Yes, hard one. Muay Thai is the strength of Cowboy. Jorge is patient though. Very patient. Uncharacteristically patient. Good jab. Good jab by Cowboy. Jorge says, okay, you want to do this? Let's do this. Oh, beautiful outside leg kick. Hard leg kicks by Cowboy. A right hand over the top for Jorge. Oh, again, hard leg kick by Cowboy. Those leg kicks are devastating. Oh, good kick to the body. Jorge's game. Should be a close fight, guys. Should be a really close fight as the fight progresses. Good kick on the outside again by Cowboy. Cowboy's a slow starter, but he gets his stuff in later in the rounds. Cowboy looks like has done a little bit more damage to Jorge. Both fighters get the jabs going. Jorge's gamebred for a reason. He will not go out without a fight. One good one to the body by Cowboy. Cowboy wants to go for that switch high kick. A good outside leg kick again by Cowboy. Beautiful takedown, level change by Cowboy, but does not keep Masvidal down. But a good spinning back elbow. That one connected for Jorge. Cowboy might be in a little bit of trouble. Oh, good high kick, yes. That is a switch kick he was going for. Yeah. If that one lands clean, it's going to be over, guys. Don't blink. But overall pressure game is still by Jorge. But the right hand is what he's going for. That straight right or the overhand is what Jorge is going for again and again. Maybe he's abandoned his plans to go for the body. A good spinning back kick by Jorge. That one connected. Good outside leg kick caught. Again an inside leg kick by Jorge Masvidal. Oh, good left by Cowboy. Good closing of the range. Oh, again, beautiful outside leg kick. Partially caught by Jorge. This will pile up. 12 leg kicks already. Oh, good right hand. Cracked Cowboy. But I do feel Matt Brown's punches were a lot more heavier. End of the round. Oh, it was not the end of the fight. Oh, Jorge Masvidal thought he had him. Oh, Cowboy was in trouble, guys. Wow, that could have been finished, guys. Really interesting. Jorge Masvidal cracked him, but I think Cowboy got a little lucky there. The crowd is behind him. Cowboy got cracked by a right hand and got dropped by ground and pound. Oh, that right hand over the top connected for Jorge Masvidal. Cowboy was okay, recovering okay. Oh, the fluidity with Jorge Masvidal. Herb Dean steps in and says, no, the fight is not over. Cowboy might still be in trouble. But I would have to say Masvidal could have got that round, guys. Is a close round, but I would have to give it to Masvidal because of the knockdown late. That'll probably convince the judges. That right hand on top of the ear, that's always going to be a problem for any fighter, guys. You have to notice that. Really going to be a problem. Thank you, Highline, for the gracious comments. Jorge Masvidal still putting the pressure. Oh my God, the punches to the body. Cowboy is in trouble. Knee to the body. Oh my God. Jorge Masvidal is pouring it on. Oh my goodness. I underestimated the fluidity of Jorge. Cowboy is a little hesitant. Oh, left hook. Left hook lands. Jorge Masvidal is feeling it, ladies and gents. Oh, good punch. Oh, good right hook lands for Jorge. Cowboy is getting up. Wants to go to the body. They stopped the fight. Wow, Jorge Masvidal just defeated Cowboy Cerrone. Man, the body shots, as he said, guys, gamebred. Masvidal said he wants to go for the body, and as soon as he found Cowboy in trouble, he just uncorked some punches to the body. Beautiful work by Jorge, man. I told you guys, do not underestimate the fluidity of this fighter. But hey, gotta get some wrong. See, again, the same problem. Caught the kick, went for the right hand, caught him at the end of the job. Beautiful connection. That's what you want. Went for ground and pound. Cowboy wanted to recover. Slowly got up, but then as Masvidal led him up, man, the right hand clipped him just at the end of the nose. Cowboy was starting to recover. Could have been an early stopper, but then goes for... Wow. First defeat for Cowboy in the welterweight division, guys. Surprise of the evening for sure. Cowboy was not... Man, he told some words to Cowboy there. Maybe not necessary, but still good. Thank you, Highline. Thank you, The Key, for joining into the stream. In case you guys are wondering what the hell just happened, the referee stopped the fight due to body punches. So technically a TKO. Wow, Cowboy defeated in welterweight. That's a surprise. But hey, Cowboy is known to be a little weak in the body, as I told you, right? And Cowboy is, I don't know, for these top level guys, he has to train a little bit more, man. Maybe. I don't know what his training regime was for this one. But maybe he was a little too serious. He was a little too tentative for this one. That's what I feel. One second, guys. Let me set this straight. Yeah. He was a little too tentative for this one. That was my analysis of this. But it was pretty even early in the early exchanges, though. But Jorge Masvidal just dropped him with that punch to the top of the ear, man. Those top of the ear punches, like just here, this area, which I'm showing it to you. This is a very weak area. It's a very softish kind of an area. So once you get hit there, it's gonna be pretty difficult. And the second punch caught him like at the end of the nose or something like that. But whew, Cowboy's getting old, I guess. That's what it looked like. Cowboy getting a little too old for this. Once again, thank you all for joining the stream. Appreciate the love and support which you guys have been showing me today. And in case you're wondering what the hell this channel is, do check out the channel's description. This is called MMA Live. I'm Harry, and we do this every fucking week. No smoking, no tobacco, no screaming on top of my lungs, just technical fight analysis and play-by-play. That's how I like to do it, and no friends around to disturb me in the flow. So that's gonna be a wrap on the co-main. But on February 4th, we have Dennis Bermudez, which is the coming week, going up against the Korean Zombie. Chan Sung Jung makes a comeback to the UFC. Let's hear the decision, guys. Incredible performance, probably the best of Jorge Masvidal's entire career, which is not an understatement. The crowd booed him a lot. The crowd did boo him a lot today. Jorge Masvidal talking about his journey, talking about the lack of recognition, and talking about what took him here. Always a great story for people from the underground. Jorge Masvidal is an inspiration, guys. Fought with Kimbo Slice, the late, great Kimbo Slice. The underground movement, Miami, Florida. That is where he is born and brought up from. Beautiful work, and we are all set. And my crystal ball is off. What the fuck? Let's set up the crystal ball. It's time for the main event. Yes. The crystal ball went sad with Cowboy's defeat. It can happen. It's a mood swing my crystal ball has. It's okay. It's okay, my friend. This one's gonna be interesting, guys. And two very good looking women also, I have to point out. Valentina Shevchenko and Juliana Pena. Oh my god, Juliana Pena, you so hot. But hey, this is not a hotness championship. This is fighting. This is mixed martial arts. Both of these fighters have 2 defeats. Shevchenko has 13 victories and 2 losses. Juliana Pena has 9 victories and 2 losses. So in terms of losses, they're pretty much equal. But important to note, multiple-time Muay Thai world champion Valentina Shevchenko. Grappling-wise, definitely is Juliana Pena, no doubts about it. Wrestling-wise, it's definitely Juliana Pena. But how can she get Shevchenko to the ground? Amanda Nunes found it difficult, but Amanda Nunes has got much superior striking compared to Juliana Pena. I feel that is going to be the difference in the main event. If Pena gets this to the ground, though, it's going to be over so quick that you won't even realize it. She's like Jason Knight, but a different version of him. So she takes the back and chokes you out very fast. She has that patented trip takedown, the one where she locks the outside leg and then pushes you to the ground. She does that a lot. So I'm sure Valentina Shevchenko is prepared for takedown defense for sure. In case you want to watch another mixed martial arts organization which is up and coming, you can watch the Super Fight League, which also airs on Sony ESPN. A couple of up and coming fighters, maybe not UFC caliber, maybe not Bellator caliber, but they are still reasonably good and entertaining fights for sure. So you can watch Super Fight League on Sony ESPN. They did not pay me to say this. Again, a lot of views for today's content. But in case you were wondering or disappointed that we did not show the fights, obviously I tried doing that last week, and I tried to listen to you guys saying, you know what, fuck this, let's show them some fight. I showed you guys Invicta. I did not even show you UFC fights, and they pulled my channel down with a copyright strike immediately. I appealed to the copyright strike, saying that it was my commentary on top of their visuals, but they said, you know what, son, fuck it, this is our content. And I think that is right. They have a right to say that. I acknowledge that same thing, and I would not resort to that once more, because if I get one more copyright strike, my channel will be closed forever. So I don't want to get into all of that mess. Alright, people, so that is that. So in case you're here for only watching visuals, I have given you links in the comment section to watch these fights on cable, or you can also watch these fights online on XBMC Cody or stream2watch.cc. That is where you can watch these fights on. So all set for the main event. 8 o'clock in the morning in my country. Very early. Looks like it's a late Sunday. Not Sunday. Late Saturday night for you guys in the United States. So appreciate all the people joining in. We are all set for the main event, but before that we have Daniel Cormier, Dominic Cruz, and Kurt Menefee doing the work on the Fox Budweiser station at Denver, Colorado. Let's see the keys to the victory for both the fighters. Valentina Shevchenko, always good with the striking. Beautiful range. 49.7% striking accuracy. The UFC average is 42%. Valentina has to be the aggressor for sure. She cannot let the other fighter to be the aggressor. Maintain the distance, as she did against Amanda Nunes late in her fight, as she did against Holly Holm so successfully. Always stick and move. Always stick and move. That is going to be the keys to victory for the Bullet, Valentina Shevchenko. She's a little short for the division. But Juliana Pena, classic striker versus brawler matchup. Ground strikes 86, tied most in UFC women's bantamweight history, is Juliana Pena. Juliana Pena wants to close the distance and brawl. Not brawl too much, but close the distance for sure. Get in the pocket, land some knees, land some punches, get the takedown, and then go for the submission. That is what Juliana Pena does best, and that is always her key to victory. The takedown, the trips, the clinches, and the knees. So she's a lot of output. A lot of output. Will elevation play a factor in tonight's 5-round main event? Could be. I do feel Denver, Colorado is decently high enough to cause problems in terms of elevation. But I don't think it's going to cause that many problems to both these women's fighters because I think their conditioning is overall top notch. That's what I feel. It should be really, really interesting to see what happens in the main event. As you can see, both of them very good looking women also to boot. So that's a bonus. Valentina takes it. Samba Kid. My predictions. I'm going to stick with Samba Kid. Let me know what you guys feel. Samba Kid always joining the streams. Really appreciate the love and affection shown to the channel by Samba Kid from such a long time. Always there for most of my fights. So do some of my other subscribers. Some of them who are watching right now. I do not know what happened to JD's hunting and fishing. Maybe he's busy hunting and fishing. But the favorite for tonight's main event is Valentina Shevchenko minus 170. Juliana Pena is a slight underdog with a plus 140. Similar to Cowboy versus Masvidal. Similar breakup in terms of the Vegas odds. But who knows, man. These are very weird fights. So I am seeing a couple of surprises today. Jordan Johnson getting the victory. Rafael Assuncao getting the victory. And obviously, surprise of the night, Jorge Masvidal, who I think will win the performance of the night bonus after his performance against Cowboy Cerrone. So will Francis Ngannou, who finished Andrei Arlovski with a total of 8 total strikes thrown in the entire round. That's all he needed to finish Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski. John Anik and Brian Stan doing the work for us from inside the octagon while we do the work from outside. If Pena doesn't get the clinch and the takedowns, this fight is going to be so ugly for her. Let me know, guys. Let me know in the comments who you got. Come on, go ahead. Comment. Till we get the main event going, I do not know what else to do. But yes, I have to give you a quick update on UFC 210. DC versus Anthony Rumble Johnson is finally made, guys. Finally, it is happening. I don't know whether DC will drop out again. I don't know whether Rumble will drop out again this time. Rumble has never dropped out of a fight generally. He always shows up. So unless DC drops out again, I don't know what to tell the light heavyweight division. I'm not seeing a title fight from such a long time. It's been almost 1.5 years since we had a title fight in the UFC light heavyweight division, which is really disappointing. But UFC 210 is gonna solve all of that problems. UFC 209 is also shaping up to be one of the best cards of the year because we have Khabib time. Khabib Nurmagomedov versus Tony Ferguson as the co-main event, and the rematch Stephen Wonderboy Thompson versus Tyron T. Woodley up for the welterweight division to decide who really owns it. That is what is gonna happen in UFC 209. That is a great set of fights to headline a card. Hopefully, Conor McGregor comes back by April or May or June or whenever his child is born. And eventually, we will be able to have a lightweight scrap with the winner of Khabib and Tony. That is what I'm expecting, but my real expectation is Conor would probably come back, ask for a fight with Tyron Woodley. If Tyron Woodley wins his fight against Stephen Wonderboy Thompson, and he wants to go for a third UFC title simultaneously. That is what I feel will happen. And after that goes down, depending on if Conor wins, Conor will then go back down in weight and then probably face one of these two guys, Khabib and Tony. Or he could just announce his retirement and say, you know what, I've done enough. But I do really, really feel, and I've been saying this from such a long time, from the time I've started watching UFC, the fighter who has impressed me the most in the lighter weight classes whenever I've watched his fights, apart from Conor, has always been Khabib Nurmagomedov. Now you might say I'm a nut hugger for Khabib. No, I don't hug no one's nuts, because I might as well have some corn nuts. A bit of corn and a bit of nuts, just like Mike Goldberg would say. But he's not here. What the fuck, UFC? Why did you fire Mike Goldberg, man? But we gotta move on from that. Maybe one day I get to sit there and do it with Joe Rogan. If Donald Trump can become president of US, hey, I got a good shot at this, okay? I got a good shot. So let's not laugh, but focus on the topic. The topic is, if Conor McGregor does not face Khabib, that'll be probably the biggest travesty in all of mixed martial arts, because Khabib is the only undefeated fighter beyond 20 fights in the UFC. And that is a big fact. Forget that, there are very few undefeated fighters left anymore. Cody Garbrandt is one, but he has only got 10 victories. John Jones technically is, but he does have one loss on his record, and he always is in trouble with either, dick pills or whatever, hitting people and then running away. So I don't know. I do believe that John Jones is the greatest MMA fighter of all time, but he just gets into a lot of trouble. So till he comes back, you don't know. So for the moment, all that matters is whether Conor is going to really, really fight Khabib or Tony, whoever is a winner. Samba Kid says Valentina is a good counter puncher. I agree with Samba Kid. Absolutely. But Juliana Pena is riding a fight win streak. 7 out of 9 victories, 3 by knockouts, and 4 by submission for Juliana Pena. Always wears a t-shirt. She does not look like this inside the octagon, guys. She always wears a t-shirt. She's a very conservative woman. Or maybe she feels she's more comfortable with this. Who knows? Always has funky hairdo. The one which I really love is the one which I put up on the thumbnail for the video. That is probably Juliana Pena's best hairstyle. Now that is just crazy braids going all over her head. She's in a different variation today, so don't know. But do not underestimate people from Europe, especially from places near Russia, because they come to fight, and Valentina Shevchenko will always come to fight. Beautiful counter-punching, check hook, that check hook which she landed on Holly Holm over and over again. Beautiful stuff, beautiful striking, beautiful clinch, and she does have clinch takedowns of her own, Valentina Shevchenko. The only problem I see is, can she handle the takedown pressure that Pena puts? Pena puts a lot of different angles on her takedowns. So can Shevchenko handle that? If she can handle that, she can easily move out and land punches all day. Another problem could be the reach of Valentina Shevchenko. That could be a real problem. But Shevchenko looks really focused. She fights from Kyrgyzstan, Bishkek. That is where she is from. She is born there. And she did come to Denver, Colorado early to acclimatize herself with the climate and altitude. So that is also a good thing. Night 1 beat Bruce Lee. Yes, Cowboy lost. Mastermind Inc., thank you for joining into the stream. Appreciate it. The fight updates have been as follows. The first fight, Bruce Leroy, Alex Caceres got rear naked choke. No, he got neck cranked by Jason Knight. Jason Knight putting a lot of pressure at getting that victory. Then Francis Ngannou knocked out Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski and finishing the fight with TKO. And then we had the co-main surprise of the evening, Jorge Masvidal getting the victory. 6 first round finishes for Valentina Shevchenko. And her pro Muay Thai record is 56 victories and only 2 losses. The only other fighter who has got even closer number of fights in Muay Thai is fighting in UFC 208. Her name is Germaine de Randamie. She is 46-0 in Muay Thai. So Valentina Shevchenko has even more fights than Germaine de Randamie. So that tells you how seasoned in striking Valentina Shevchenko is. She has that namaste and then she does that for her entrance. The only problem I see is the weight which Juliana Pena might have on her. Stocky build, but both fighters are a little introspective. Really, really interesting to see. Good hairdo for Valentina Shevchenko. The thing which will clinch this fight, according to me, a trivia for you guys, is Juliana Pena has moved in with her boyfriend and started living with him. And whenever you do that, I agree you do get a lot of more action, if you know what I mean, but that is not good for MMA. So I feel Shevchenko should be able to pull this out. Shevchenko is 28, Pena is 27. Shevchenko is only 5 feet 5. Pena is 1 inch taller, and as I said, the reach 69 inches for Pena, 66.5 for Shevchenko. That is going to be the key to decide whether she gets in or whether she stays out. I don't see Valentina getting knocked out, but maybe she gets TKO'd. Possible. The referee is Herb Dean. Steps in and gives a thumbs up. All set for the main event. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? If you're ready, hit that subscribe button, because I am assuring you that no other channel will break down fights like me. That is a promise. As you can see around me, there are no people, there's no alcohol, there's no cigarettes, there's no smoking, there's no friends around. This is just me and you and fights as they happen and as technically as my abilities permit me to. That is what we do in this channel. So hit that subscribe button and stay with me till the end of these fights. If you want to watch these fights with me, I've given you the links in the comment section for television, for XBMC, for Cody, and for the internet. I have given you the links already. Scroll up, take those links, post it on the browser, and watch these fights with me as they happen. The Venezuelan vixen, Juliana Pena, getting a beautiful, beautiful round of applause from Denver, Colorado. I think her family has come down here. They have some common t-shirts. Shevchenko looks so stocky. She has a very stocky build. Minus 170 favorite. She fights out of Peru. So she's born in Kyrgyzstan, fights out of Peru, and she came to Denver, Colorado to train. That is how international Shevchenko is. Thank you very much. Mastermind Inc. And hopefully that lol is not a joke. Let us see. Let us see. The guy standing next to Valentina is just drooling on her. She's like, that is how he looks. But anyways, will they touch gloves? They do. They do touch gloves. Here we go. Pena wants to close the distance, go for the takedown early. Otherwise, it's going to be 9-9. Here we go. Shevchenko looks a little tentative. Pena taking the center so fast. Throwing that jab out. Shevchenko has seen this. Shevchenko has seen this so many times. Good feints. Good feints. Oh, that check left hook. That left hook is dangerous for Valentina. Oh, Pena wants to clinch up immediately. Pushes her up against the cage, and Valentina wants to rip to the body. She gets the over. No, this is not good positioning. No, this is not good positioning. She wants to go for the trip. For sure, Pena will lock that leg and go for that trip. Watch me. This is not good. Shevchenko has to be strong on the heads. Yes, she has to push her away. No. This is not how you do it. Yes. A good knee to the body. Good knees to the body by Pena. A good reversal of position, but Pena gets it back. Oh, multiple knees to the body. This is not going to be good. This is not going to be good for Shevchenko. Oh, that knee answered by Shevchenko was really, really strong. Oh, these knees. Why is Shevchenko not doing anything? I'm surprised. Oh, a beautiful trip. That is what I'm talking about. Sorry for shouting. That is so slick. You have to watch it in action replay. Slick stuff. She turned her hips, rolled her out, and landed on top. Shevchenko, baby. Clinch, no joke. Pena wants to scramble out. Oh, Pena wants to pressure. Wants to lock that leg. Shevchenko should have landed some punches, though. Oh, beautiful work by Shevchenko, though. Man, these knees. Why is Shevchenko not stopping these knees? Oh, good knee again, answered by... I think I've counted around 20 knees. Shevchenko clinching up. Good defense overall. Maybe she's not getting that much torque. Juliana Pena might be tiring herself out. Shevchenko just want to play the waiting game. They're just exchanging knees all day. Again, beautiful trip. Lands up on top. Shevchenko has to do something with this position. Get some ground and pound, lady. Get some ground and pound. No. Don't let her hug you. Yes, side control, beautifully done. Moves her to the cage. Yes, this is how you do it. Lock the elbow. Lock the hands. Don't go for the choke. This is not a good position for a choke. Valentina, come on. Go for some punches. Come on, separate and go for some punches. Pena wants to scramble out. Yes, ground and pound. This is what... But she has to be careful. Pena wants to wall walk. Wants to recover guard. Yes, Juliana Pena has recovered the guard from Valentina Shevchenko. Valentina feels comfortable there. Sort of a modified half butterfly, not a full guard. Pena wants to go with some palm strikes. Valentina says, bitch, that ain't happening today. Valentina is not throwing for some reason. Is she tired? Good defense by Juliana, though. But in the eyes of the judges, it's very difficult to really score the round. Get some punches. Miss Shevchenko, you gotta get some punches. Good punch. Finally, we get some ground and pound. Pena locks the guard. Juliana Pena is hitting herself, literally. She wants to wrap the hands and then punch from this direction. Looks like Pena is much more powerful than Valentina Shevchenko. Try to go up. This is not a good position for Pena. Good ground and pound by Shevchenko, slowly but surely. Shevchenko staying really patient. Maybe going for an arm bar. 15 seconds remaining. Now this is not locked in. No way. That's not happening. She's doing really well. 10 seconds remaining. But good defense by Shevchenko. Really close round to judge. Really close. Juliana Pena, surprisingly active. Close round. I don't know. Who got that round. Probably Pena because of the knees. But Shevchenko got 2 takedowns, got some pressure on top. But hey, fight statistics show us that Pena is the person who has landed the significant strikes. A lot of significant strikes. Hey, all that matters now is how Shevchenko manages the range. If you're a Shevchenko supporter, that's what matters. Oh, beautiful. Now I see what happened. So as soon as Pena throws a knee, Shevchenko grabs it, twists her, and makes a takedown. That's beautiful, guys. Shevchenko with the range. Shevchenko staying on the outside. Smart work. Oh, beautiful knee. Again, Pena wants to clinch up, but Shevchenko's having none of it, but wants to take down. Beautiful defense by Shevchenko. Shevchenko cannot be against the cage all day like this. I think the difference here is Juliana Pena is thick as fuck. That is what the difference is. Altitude could be the difference maker, guys. That is what I feel is going to happen in this fight. But again, it's back to what happened in round 1. Pena wants to desperately take this to the ground. Wants to drop for a single, but that's not happening. This could be a boring fight to a lot of fans, but not me. This is a positioning clinic. Valentina has to push herself away. This is not going to work for her. The pressure. Shevchenko's positioning is good though. Pena might tire herself out. The grind eventually got Anthony Rumble Johnson in his fight against DC. That is what Pena is trying to do. Mixing in some punches, mixing in some knees. I am surprised why Valentina's unable to get her away. Juliana Pena must be significantly bigger than Shevchenko. So desperate, Juliana Pena, to get this to the ground. But defense-wise, Valentina's on point. The only problem is beautiful knee to the body. Wants to drop low to a double. She might get it. She gets partially a takedown, but that does not work. Shevchenko's up immediately. She has to separate the hands and move her away with some punches. That's all she needs to do. But she's not fighting a smart fight, Valentina Shevchenko. Maybe the knees of Shevchenko are hurting Pena. Not sure. But I have to say, improved grappling from Shevchenko for sure. I mean, Juliana Pena is a seasoned. Oh, finally Juliana Pena gets it to the ground. That trip which I was talking about. She always works that trip. Now she wants to go for ground and pound. She moves Valentina away from the cage. Don't know how much of a good move that is, but she wants to drop some elbows. Shevchenko has a closed guard for some reason. She has to push her hips away. It's not looking good for Shevchenko. The bullet has to scoot the hips and move away. This is not a good position for Juliana Pena. A good punches from the bottom by Juliana Pena. Wants to drop some elbows. Is Shevchenko going for an arm triangle? Are you fucking kidding me? Oh, this could be interesting. 1 minute and 15 seconds remaining. Shevchenko from the bottom is good. Both fighters unable to do much. This is a really difficult fight to score, man. But Shevchenko cannot recover from this throughout the fights. Pena is landing. Oh, she wants to go for a armbar, maybe. She recovers guard. Shevchenko, man, I don't think she was prepared for this much pressure. That's what it looks like till now. The pressure put by armbar coming up. Oh God, she's got it. Oh my God, is she gonna tap? Oh, it is all over. Valentina Shevchenko pulls out the submission. Are you fucking kidding me? Valentina Shevchenko pulls off an armbar against Juliana Pena. Who thought that would happen? Did you think that would happen? I did not think that would happen. That is probably... Man, Valentina Shevchenko. Whew, she cranked on that arm. That was a tactical mistake. Valentina Shevchenko says, bring it, in the middle of the ring. Wow. She worked on her grappling, guys. Now it's a problem for Amanda Nunes. Now it's a big problem. She's called a bullet, man. She snaps on you like anything. Wow, once as Pena was coming down with the hammer fist, she locked that hand and went for an armbar and just cranked it. Pena did good to recover for a second. She managed to, move out. But the way Shevchenko pulled that arm, man, come on. It was almost like Ronda Rousey-like. Whoo. And the way Shevchenko rolled, that was a quick tap. That arm is extended, man. That arm is extended. Shit. Whoo. Amazing. Amazing night of fights. Ladies and gents, what do you think? Samba Kid. It's the chess-like fights that I like. Shevchenko won. Lol, she's a badass. Yeah, chess. Amazing. Kevin Conley. Mastermind Inc. New people joining into the stream. Appreciate you guys. Do hit that subscribe button. As Donald Trump would say, do you know how to hit that subscribe button? I don't do a good impression of him, but who cares? But anyways, Valentina Shevchenko pulled off a submission, that to an armbar, against Juliana Pena. Who would have thought that would be the concluding moment of the great round of fights we've had today? Quickly, guys, really quickly, let me show you what happened in UFC Fight Night Denver, Colorado, the first fight of the night. Jason Gonzalez going up against J.C. Cottrell, getting the submission as expected in round one. Beautiful start of the evening. Then we had Alejandro Pantoja with a decision victory, outstriking and out-taking down and out-submission attempting Eric Shelton. Then we had Rogerio de Lima, who was 3.5 pounds overweight for his fight. He will lose 20% of his fight purse. He did get the knockout against Jeremy Kimball. Then we had Eric Spicely, Ultimate Fighter contestant, going up against Alessio Di Chirico. Very, very early submission for Eric Spicely in that fight. Then we had Henrique de Silva versus Jordan Johnson. Guys, have a look at this guy. Jordan Johnson is going to be the future of this division. He is an elite grappler, elite level grappler, almost Daniel Cormier level grappler. And Henrique de Silva had no answers to it. So Johnson got the unanimous decision. Then we had Bobby Nash dominating the first round, but not enough because Li Jiangling got the TKO victory late in round two. We had probably one of the best fights, which we were expecting, in Rafael Assuncao versus Aljamain Sterling, the Funk Master. But the Funk Master got defeated by Rafael Assuncao. I did not see how that could happen looking at the fight metrics overall, but the judges gave it to Rafael Assuncao. Then we had the featured fight in the UFC Fight Pass prelims, Nate Marquardt versus Smiling Sam Alvey. Sam Alvey getting the unanimous decision victory against Nate the Great. Then we had the main card opener between Alex Caceres and Jason Knight. Alex Caceres, though, was good early in the round one, but round two, Jason Knight got it back, got the body lock, got the rear naked choke, modified neck crank, and got the victory. Then we had the Pitbull, Andrei the Pitbull Arlovski, going up against Francis the Predator Ngannou. Ngannou caught him with the right hand, finished the fight early in round one. Then the co-main, surprise of the evening, Jorge Masvidal dropped Cowboy late in the round. And round 2, Jorge Masvidal connected with that right hand, went to the body, finished Cowboy with punches. Herb Dean called it off. And in the main event, Valentina Shevchenko improved grappling, improved takedown defense, improved clinch game, improved strategy, improved overall, and she finishes Juliana Pena by a beautiful armbar submission. Who would have thought that Shevchenko can learn jiu-jitsu, guys? Amanda Nunes is in the octagon. Amanda Nunes says, I'm pretty sure the next fight is between me and you. Amanda Nunes in the... Okay, they're going back and forth. Okay, they're going back and forth in the center of the octagon. Valentina Shevchenko says, last time I was a little underprepared. Wow, she's dancing. She is a little high right now, Valentina Shevchenko. My goodness, what is happening? But hey, who can question her? Amanda Nunes coming to the center of the octagon, acknowledging that she is the number 1 contender. But Valentina Shevchenko looks really, really, really improved. Thank you, Mastermind Inc. Thanks a lot. So I heard Cowboy got outboxed bad. Yes, that is correct, sir. Cowboy got outboxed, out cardioed probably a little bit, maybe out prepared by Jorge Masvidal. That was a surprising result. But that brings us to the close of probably the fastest finish to any UFC Fight Night card, because we just talked for barely 2 hours and the main event is already over. That is really, really interesting to see. So the quickest podcast comes to an end, and I've got a lot of new listeners for today's podcast. Hopefully they will stay back. Do not forget to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gents, because that is going to be a wrap for today's Night of Fights from Denver, Colorado. I had a great time doing this. Hopefully you guys had a great time listening to me. Till next time, I will see you with Dennis Bermudez versus Korean Zombie. Let's take a quick look at that card, and we will be signing off after that. Dennis Bermudez goes up against Chan Sung Jung, the Korean Zombie. The second fight is versus Felice Herrig and Alexa Grasso. Alexa Grasso is probably the hottest newcomer in terms of ability, not looks, guys. Don't get crazy, okay? Alexa Grasso is the prospect from Mexico, or Mexico as they call it, going up against the Little Bulldog. Then we had Abel Trejulo against James Wick. OSP is in the house against Volkan Ozdemir. I think there has been a change in his opponent. We have Anthony Hamilton, who got defeated by Francis Ngannou, going up against Marcel Fortuna. And then Jessica Andrade up against Invicta FC strawweight champion Angela Overkill Hill. That is going to be on February 4th on UFC Fight Pass, UFC Fight Night Bermudez versus Korean Zombie. I will be joining you guys for that event as usual. So thank you for keeping it logged in, and I am going to sign out in 3, 2, and 1. Thank you.